The bathtub saucepan model of appetite. How many calories do we have in reserve and why do we feel hungry? The food we eat provides the calories we need to live. However, the human body holds a surprising amount of calories in reserve. Imagine our body's calorie reserves as a bathtub partly full of water. A person with a healthy weight will have a bathtub that stores about 60 times the amount of energy they burn each day. That's equivalent to the calories in about 200 meals and snacks. These calories are mostly stored as fat, because fat is a very efficient way to store calories. This blue arrow is water gradually draining out of the bathtub, which represents the calories we use for physical activity, to fuel our brain and to maintain essential bodily functions. Having a large energy reserve is important during times when food is in short supply or we lose our appetite, like when we're ill with flu. Even if we miss multiple meals, calories are still available in our reserve to keep our body functioning normally. Because our bathtub is so large, we don't need to worry about missing 1 or 2 meals or eating less than usual, because we have more than enough calories in reserve to fuel our body. Imagine our gut as a saucepan with a small hole in the bottom. Our gut is our digestive system. It helps digest the food we eat. It includes the stomach and the small and large intestines. Our gut breaks down food, which releases calories and other nutrients. As we eat food, our gut, the saucepan, fills up. The saucepan then empties the calories slowly through the hole in the bottom, and those calories are added to our bathtub. Our hunger fluctuates throughout the day because it's mainly influenced by how much food is in our gut. In other words, how full the saucepan is. Between meals, the level of water in the bathtub doesn't change much. The amount of energy stored in our body does not noticeably decrease. However, over the same period of time, how full the saucepan is changes a lot. For example, after breakfast, the saucepan is full, and we no longer feel hungry. But then the saucepan gradually empties, and by lunchtime, the saucepan is nearly empty, and we start to feel hungry again. This means our body is ready to receive food, but is not a sign that our body is low on calories and needs food. You can see an arrow pointing from the saucepan to the brain. This is a fullness signal that gets stronger as we are eating and as the saucepan fills up. This signal tells us to finish eating. When the saucepan is emptying, this signal gets weaker and eventually fades away, which lets us know we are ready to eat again. It's important to say, our saucepan has the potential to fill all the way up every time we eat, with food that contains lots of calories. If we always eat in this way, the calories we consume will lead to positive energy balance and weight gain. You might also notice an arrow from the bathtub to the brain. This is a body fat signal. This represents a weaker but constant signal between our body's calorie reserves, the bathtub, and our brain, telling us that the body has calories in reserve. In other words, if our energy reserves drop significantly over time, we'll feel much more hungry, pushing us to replenish our reserves. However, on a day-to-day basis, we don't need to worry about replenishing our calorie reserve. Remember, from one meal to the next, our hunger is mainly driven by a readiness to eat rather than a need to eat. The blue arrow pointing out of the bottom of the bathtub represents calories being released from the bathtub to maintain our bodily functions and fuel activities. Even when we exercise vigorously, the amount of calories emptying from the bathtub is surprisingly small, so we don't see the bathtub go down very much. This means there is no need to replenish the bathtub after a single bout of moderate exercise.